Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Super Jesus Jackson channel. It's your favorite man-child, Super Jesus Jackson, with a special guest. Here we have... What's your name again? What do we call you?
Eminem is the Slim Shady, so I'm the Shady Slim.
Shady Slim, alrighty, everyone. Well, actually, for those of you Super Jesus Jackson lore fanatics, we have seen Shady Slim before. We have heard her before with the alias Slim Shady, but Eminem tried to sue her, and so then she had to switch and become Shady Slim. That being said, let's get into the video. I figured, I would bring her on to do a little reaction here. The first time ever being on the Super Jesus Jackson, channel, like an actual video for the content of Super Jesus Jackson. She was on the Chips and Talk podcast, which is now sort of in a huge indefinite hiatus. But I figured, we'd have her on. She's a big fan of Zack Snyder. I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder. And we have to react to this director's cut trailer, okay? Because these two movies, Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2, the director's cuts come out August 2nd on Netflix. And we are so incredibly excited. We loved the original cuts. The PG-13 cuts of Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2. I've talked about it extensively on the channel, gotten a lot of hate, gotten a lot of love. Shady Slim, what do you have to say regarding Zack Snyder's director's cuts of Rebel Moon?
A lot of the same thoughts that you just expressed. I'm very excited because the PG-13 ones were incredible. We were already planning on watching those back-to-back anyways.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we both are in love with them. And because those are so incredible, I just know that the director's cut is going to be even more fire.
Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do here is just react to the Rebel Moon director's cut official Red Band trailer from Netflix. What are you doing? What is that?
I need to crack my ankles.
Hold on.
So I
okay.
relevate.
Oh, what we're going to do here is we're going to react to the Rebel Moon director. She's a ballerina, so.
It's like we're doing I love how you're doing it backwards. It's supposed to be back and forward. It's supposed to be ready. Go.
I know. I was doing it right.
No, it's like one person is low and the other person's
That's
high.
what I was doing.
And you just kept staying above me because I was the only one bending my knees. Never mind. Scratch that.
I haven't even seen the original Willy Wonka, so I can't even speak. Anyways, here we go. Director's cut, Rebel Moon, Red Band trailer, Netflix. Let's do it. You ready?
Born ready.
Go dig my grave, both wide and deep.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Oh my god.
A hot robot.
Place a marble stone at my head and feet, and on my breast.
You sure this is the director's cut?
What?
No.
To tell this world that I died for love.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lordy.
James.
Go wide and deep, and on my breast, there's no white
Of course. Oh yes.
that I died for love. Oh Lordy,
At least I die on the side of honor.
Is there still such a thing?
Wow.
Their wrath will be my vengeance.
Huh. my god. Well,
Yeah, for
what
real.
are your thoughts? What are your immediate
God.
thoughts?
That was epic. Let's just start with the beginning. We got some Ex Machina action going on.
Ex Machina. What do you mean Ex Machina?
We had like a sexy robot coming in.
Oh
the
my
beginning
god,
there.
you're right.
Dude.
That was the moment where I was like,
That was
oh
a
my
new
god.
addition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I gotta say, see, this is the problem with Twitter, with X, okay, is that a lot of these things I kind of saw already. I didn't see videos, I just saw screenshots. So a lot of the things didn't really hit as hard as they should have.
It's too bad.
But because of that, I think partly, but actually even without that, I would have thought the trailer is kind of underwhelming a little bit. Like, it doesn't really show anything, which I guess is good because it's a trailer.
Yeah.
But it has me intrigued enough. And I also liked how it truly is a director's cut trailer because it tells, like, if anyone, like, didn't watch the original Rebel Moon and, you know, part 1 and part 2 and just watch this director's cut trailer, they would still not know what the hell the movie's about. Like, this director's cut trailer just actually spoils a lot of things. You know, for those of you who've seen, you know, chapter 1 and part 2, for those people who haven't seen it, that is. But I also think that Zack Snyder has said that, you know, these director's cuts are completely different, like, from the original movie that we know.
Yeah.
So it might be completely different. What we think are spoilers are maybe not. Maybe the plot is, like, completely different.
Well, we already see quite a few new elements. You have, like, the Ex Machina action going on. And at the end, too, like, when she comes to life and the woman is, like, talking to Korra, she, like, wakes her up. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, the giant sort of god,
Yeah,
you know, the energy
giant, like,
source.
goddess woman,
Yeah,
yeah.
the giant goddess. Yeah, it's really ethereal. It's really mythical, which, you know, I really enjoy. I like the blood effects, too. The blood effects are just... It's gooey and dark reddish, you know, it's just nasty and it's good.
It's perfect.
You know, the music choice was good for the trailer. Oh my god, I mean, just, there's a lot of gore. You know, there's a lot of gore in this movie, and it looks like we're finally gonna get a crazy battle scene in the Coliseum or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is, like, really exciting. There's a little bit of, I've addressed this before, it's kind of marketing like, oh, Zack Snyder's true vision. It's like, well, I wish we could have gotten that the first time. You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to watch another 2 movies, you know, again? You know, like, this should have been his movie, you know?
Yes.
So it's kind of annoying. I'm excited for the sex.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, we already know from seeing, like, Watchmen, for example. He has just finessed the art,
Yeah.
making a great sex scene. Like,
Yeah.
it looks perfect.
I
It
know.
looks iconic.
It looks hot, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
this is Zack Snyder here, so the cinematography, the
Yeah.
visuals of the scenes are just phenomenal,
Yeah.
and they're so iconic. And I do love how, you know, in the assassination scene, we get to see it a little bit, the assassination
Yeah.
of the king and queen of the mother world. It's a completely different scene. There's things that happen in this trailer that do not happen, you know,
Yeah.
in the original cuts.
We're actually going to see them. It looks like the queen's head was being, like,
Yeah, it was
sliced
being
off.
sliced, and that's like a part that we just... It's almost...
We didn't
They
get that.
literally probably, like, when they were shooting Rebel Moon, they're like, all right, let's shoot the PG-13 one.
Yeah.
Okay, cut. Now let's shoot the rated R one, which is awesome. See, this is what I'm saying, is that this is kind of... And this is what some of you have pointed out in the comment section, where this was a deliberate attempt from the very beginning to make a director's cut, which is the complete opposite of how director's cuts work. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that is not how they work. You know, a director shoots a film in the way that he wanted, and then later is when the studio's like, we need to cut this, this, and this, and this.
Right.
And then that version of the movie gets released, and then later in home video, we get the scenes that were cut from the studio. This was like Netflix, right from the beginning, was like, give us a PG-13 cut and a director's cut. And Zack Snyder was like, cool. And right from the very beginning, he intended it to be that way. So he kind of filmed 2 movies, really 4, if we think about it, because they're part 1, part 2,
Yeah.
plus PG-13 and rated R. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know if this has ever happened in movie history. This is pretty unique. It's cool. But again, it just screams, you know, marketing to me of how they're just kind of... Netflix is banking on us Snyder fans, and we're going to, unfortunately, be there. We're going to watch this on August 2nd.
Of course.
We have to do it for Zach. I mean, we just got to do it. Again, I like how this trailer just gives no fucks. It doesn't tell you what the movie's about, you know?
No.
This is just for the fans. Like, if you love Zack Snyder, if you love Rebel Moon, this trailer's for you, you know? We don't need all the haters, you know?
I love it too because they didn't necessarily try to like help you know what was going on because they're like, by this point you should already know.
You should.
And you're watching this because you're excited for the director's cut because you love part 1 and part 2 so much.
That's true. In fact, that's so true that like, you know, because we know Rebel Moon part 1 and part 2 were pretty hated by the majority of people, except for us really hardcore Snyder fans. So really, only people watching this trailer are really the people that enjoyed part 1 and part 2. So it makes sense. You know, I think Netflix definitely knows that, and Snyder knows that. So I'm excited. I mean, I'm gonna be there. We're taking a day off. We're just gonna watch this.
For sure. I was going to say I'm so excited because it looks like we're going to get a lot more of James, which is already hinted at in Rebel Moon. Like I could just tell that he wasn't being used as much because he couldn't be. So I've just been waiting for this director's cut to see more of James. I love James. He's one of like my top favorite characters, and you really don't get to see him a
James,
lot.
you mean Jimmy?
But his real name is James.
His real name is
That's
James.
how he introduces himself.
Yes,
which
yes.
is precious.
Yeah.
But James or Jimmy, yeah, like clearly we're going to see a lot more of him, and the reason why is because just James is going hardcore. Everyone. He is slaughtering in this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so excited to see it. But like especially in part 2, like we don't get to see him until that obvious part where like he hops in the battle and he helps everyone out.
Yeah.
Because they all would have died if he hadn't.
Right.
And you know, in part 1 he plays that very iconic scene. And after that, like it's almost like he's ashamed or he's conflicted with his programming and also what he feels is the right thing to do. So he kind of just like goes off to that hill at the end of part 1.
Right.
But
right.
I'm excited because I know that we're just going to see a lot more of him.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get a lot from everyone,
Yes.
which is so just awesome. You know, I mean, this will be the Zack Snyder's Justice League, you know, where we're going to get more of everyone, you know, and we're going to get a more complete story. We might get a completely different story. I'm really excited, you know, not just for the nudity, not just for the language. And I mean, I'm excited for that sexy ass robot in the beginning, which that is the place to bring up that robot because that saloon is got some shit going on. So it is very, you know, it makes sense why that sexy ass robot would be in that saloon there. So I'm excited, man. We got some deep throat in action with what's his name again? Not Belisarius. He's that's the general. What's what's his name? The what's God Jesus Christ, the deep throating guy.
Deep throating guy.
Yeah, he's alien deep throating. Admiral Noble.
Admiral Noble, yeah.
Admiral, she's white. I was born in Mexico. Anyways, those are our thoughts on I don't know, do you have any closing thoughts? I think that's pretty much it, right?
That's it.
Yeah, those are our thoughts on Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, director's cut, official Red Band trailer, Netflix. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. We're going to be there day 1 and we're going to do a review. We're going to do it. And if you like her enough, that is, Shady Slim, give this video a like. Dislike it if you hated her. Dislike it if you hated me. Subscribe to the channel if you like her, if you like Rebel Moon, if you think she's pretty, because she is. And if you think I'm pretty, then share the video. But yeah, I'm excited to know what you think of Rebel Moon. Go ahead and comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Let's start a dialogue, respectful dialogue, please. And yeah, I think that's it for me. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, you beautiful creature. You're stealing my lines over here. It's all right. It's all right. But yeah. What? Jesus Christ! Jeez, you made me lose my train of thought. You made me lose. I was literally on the cusp of the end, and you just. I think that's it for me. You all take care, stay safe, and until next time. You're supposed to say whoa. Let's raise it. Let's raise it. There we go. We love you.
Cut!
Oh, okay.
Thumbnail!
All right, thumbnail time. Yeah, this is... Hold on, let's see. Let's move. No!
Oh my god.